We are going for silver starting at rock bottom. The group's goal is getting to gold for the Sue skin. These are a couple games from our first night. Let's get into match one. Right out the gates of this match, we were just getting steamrolled. Their Moon Knight, their MVP, was taking my healers, taking my life, and taking my point like it was a shit. It's time for me to go damage. I don't feel like our damage are doing their job, so it's time for me to do it. All of a sudden, our Squirgle just wakes up where fucking summer she was in, puts the entire team to rest with a 5-piece ult, but with them having this much time available. All it takes is one fuck up from us, and the first fuck up came from me. I was trying to anti-air storm out the sky, felt horribly at it, repeat because my friend said he could heal me. As I'm walking out of spawn, Squirgle just gets packed up, trying to push up to get back into the fight. I proceed to just hug cart and never pop my ult. I'm holding that bitch for the loading screen, allowing them to push up and secure themselves a 0-3 lead. Now this round was a lot easier, even though I was lacking brain cells when it came to fighting the Penny. But she was beginning to tilt. With her just standing still in team fights, we began to stagger out the rest of her team, making it significantly easier on my team without us having to do anything. We kept them slowly drip feeding into us until over halfway through third point, when I decided to try to assassinate a Jeff, failed at it, and then took a Venom in a 1v1. Failing at the 1v1 because he took a health pack right in front of me. This fuck up here, on my part, was the beginning of their team being able to regroup. Was also the beginning of some unfortunate events, like trying to dive a Moon Knight and then landing in penny mines, and having to sit there and watch a storm ult my team. Then I teleport inside of the building whipping half my ult, while a Moon Knight ults my team and wipes them. Last up, we managed to knock off their Sue with a Magneto ult. Then Jeff proceeds to counter ult us, getting 3 of us. Now this final regroup, I did absolutely nothing. Sue had previously ulted, allowing us to get the joint, and I just spent the entire time chasing this Punisher around, while the same Sue and Squirrel Girl clean up the entire team, allowing us to push hard in. We are now back on the fence, and I decided to swap up to Mr. Fantastic because we've been running one tank this whole match, and it's time for me to be a pseudo tank. The goal here was just to stall the match, which we didn't have to do that. After we got our first pick, they just kept coming, and their team just kept staggering out, allowing us to freely end this match.
Time to switch things up.
The next round was relatively free as well. They spent all their resources trying to kill us at the spawn door. We walked around like we did last time, picked off their Jeff, picked off their Psylocke, took out their other damage, killed the tanks, and then that was GG. We slowly rode cart into victory. We finished this match at bronze 3, almost bronze 2. The rest of the group is still a little bit lower in bronze, but that's okay. This match was significantly easier than last match. In the first push for the point, their team had healers on one side and a damage and 2 tanks on the other. Seeing this, I jump on them in Tank Man. My healer comes up on the other side of them, and well, they just kind of got blended up. We then proceed to wipe the rest of them. This team basically wasn't allowed to pass the halfway point between point and their spawn the rest of the match. Their coordination was just all over the place. It allowed us to have a pretty easy round 1 after the hell that was last match. They just would not regroup and just kept staggering back into us. Anytime my health dipped low, oh, here comes Sue. I'm full health now, and I just kind of kept bullying their team. Them mad dashing for point while I was in the back bullying their healers allowed them to have no heals while going for the last overtime touch, and this allowed us to get it for free. After the round 1 was just a give me, we proceed into round 2, where I begin to become slow. My head got kind of inflated after last round, and I started treating my opponents like they couldn't do shit to me. But I also don't care who you are, you ain't untouchable. Neither do penny mines. After that, it was time to jump on some healers. I wasn't able to get both of them, but I was able to get one healer and their Moon Knight. Trying to rotate to a health pack. Dr. Strange is already on the health pack. I get 100 on my meter from him and proceed to walk on point while their team just lets me freely cap it. Venom arrives at point, pushing them, forcing them to pop 3 fucking ults. We somehow managed to live through all this. Fucking cheeks puckered the entire fucking time because I walk out the damn bubble. But when their ult runs out, we proceed to clean them up. This cloak and dagger being ahead of everyone set this team up for failure. It was full send time. They get to relive last round, not being allowed past the halfway point, because our only goal right now is just a stall. I make a dumb decision though, but it doesn't matter. My team gets me. I decided to go Hulk because one of my friends swapped off healer and played Mr. Fantastic. So I'm gonna play Hulk to support him. This is probably the worst decision I could have ever made. This match was so bad, I decided to go back into it and look at the replay. The magic breaks half the team's neck. Both us tanks proceed to do a quick flick just to realize she's not back there, while this motherfucker punches the fucking back line. While they're back there hitting one another, I see an opportunity with this Magneto by himself, but they didn't see an opportunity with a Hulk pushed up by himself. While I'm fighting for my life, my team is getting backed up by a rocket peppering them. I'm getting tired of nothing happening. I jump in, tell him Mr. Fantastic to grab a hold of me, and it's time to just fucking brawl and make something happen. Someone's gonna pop something. We managed to trade their magic for our Mr. Fantastic. Our Sue then ults. This is our first time touching point in almost 2 minutes, and we all had 0 target priority. Luna Snow proceeds to start fucking dancing on us, and well, there's nothing we can do for like 14 fucking seconds. Some of us die, some of us live. By this time, I've got tired of their backline not getting pressed. It's time to flank his Hulk. There, Doctor Strange chases me, but it doesn't stop me from diving his backline and causing confusion because there's a half-naked green man in the middle of them. I get my funny button when I get to oh shit health. Invisible Woman and Venom proceed to come in with their ults, allowing us to actually make some leeway this fucking match by splitting up their team. This was the last good thing our team did this match. Once we get point, we're barely able to move it, so somehow Magic can walk straight at a team in a 1v4 and kill somebody. On my next death, I've come to the conclusion Hulk's just not working. I'm trying Thor now. Remember how I said nothing else good happens this match? Getting into their backline and forcing out their most valuable healer ult, then giving them space just to let it be burned. Their Scarlet Witch ults, and then our Sue panic ults. We come back with the Mr. Fantastic ult of our own. We managed to get 2 tanks really low, but our Winter Soldier lost his ones to a Scarlet Witch in the back line while having 2 healers available to him. At that point, I realized to swap to the damage because they don't know what they're doing. Swapping to Scargirl, we're able to finally apply pressure to their backline easily. And then all of a sudden, their Doctor Strange just fat fingers his fucking portal, allowing us to finally make their team back up for once this fucking match. Their magic managed to get behind us. I turn around getting ready to contest her. Stunner, killer, then all of a sudden, my Sue burns her fucking gold. Now this wouldn't be an issue unless Luna Snow has her ult and pops it when she gets back to point. Now we're forced to give space in overtime with no ult that can counter this. And this kind of basically wraps up the rest of this round. They eliminate the rest of us off point, and then it's just the GG.
The current score is 1-2-0.
Now we're defending. This Magneto starts walking around us, and it just goes to shit from here. We try to save our Sue's life, but we couldn't do enough damage to stop him. Then we proceed to just crumble like a fucking cookie. Magneto and Mr. Fantastic were able to stay alive for a bit and kill some of them off. But right before me and Sue got back, they Doctor Strange portaled in. And this was admittedly a very dumb play on mine and her part, because all I do is go in and int, and now I'm fully separated on my team spawn. While I'm strolling back to point, I see a Magneto going donk on I Spilled My Lean. Luna Snow then comes over breakdancing to save his fucking life. We're just stuck fighting here for a good fucking 30 seconds. Then Bucky tries to ult the backline by himself, getting himself sent to heaven, leaving us in a 5v6. And the moment before I go to pop my ult, I get froze by Luna Snow, then deleted. The rest of the team meets an Eye Agamotto, putting Bucky back in his favorite position, a 6v1. I don't think I need to tell you how this ends.